Hey now. Welcome back to the Out Yonder. As always, Magic Mike, your host. It's a little chilly out here today, but I'm braving it. I'm a tough guy. We got the sun setting on us. There was a lot of wind. We're waiting it out, but we're here. We're doing it. And today, a very special guest, cultural historian Jean Caravella, or as she's better known on the street, Mrs. Magic Mike. What's up, man?
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
It's chilly out here.
It is cold. Well, no wind with the sun.
We waited it.
It's
We waited
okay.
for it. I mean, it's been windy for like
but
days.
It's fleeting.
I couldn't film. I literally couldn't. It was so windy. It's been like 30 miles an hour. We had snow yesterday in the desert.
I know.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. So you are our pulse into the nation. You are a historian. You know a lot more than I do about important things. I don't know anything important. But we're gonna delve into you, tap into you a little bit today, and see if you can give us something of what's going on in society today. So
okay.
you know, I don't know anything. I try not to. I kind of pull the curtains closed and live in my own little vacuum. You know, as a lot of people do these days. But you know, they're getting more angry vacuums than I do. I mean, I live in a silly vacuum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, so we're gonna ask you some questions. You pay attention to things in society more than I do. So let's kick it off right now. The Black China sex video. I know you've watched it already. What do you think?
That is not the kind of culture that I am familiar with.
All right. Well, I thought you were going to help us out with that because I didn't watch it. And I don't plan on watching it, but I know a lot of people
But
have.
you know about it.
I do. I know. Yeah. Well, you know, you
You
can't.
know things.
I know a lot of things. I know
Okay.
who the president is, but you know that doesn't mean I'm paying attention. I'm not. I'm out of that. I'm out of that. So
We're not
going
gonna
to
talk about that?
No, we're not going to do that. But let's talk about the culture a little bit. So, like, how is it being married to such a cultural icon like myself? Because in my own mind, I'm a
You're
Sure.
a legend. Well, it keeps things interesting. That is for sure.
because you're a serious person, and like
But you keep me informed about things like Black China.
Yeah, you need it. You need to be well rounded. But you like, you know, I like to pick on you a little bit because you're like everybody else out there, and I don't watch TV. I can't do it. I don't watch TV shows or episodics or serials or whatever you call them these days. But I can't do it. And I know you all think this is like the golden age of TV, but it's pretty much you're watching a season of whatever it is, 13, 20, 26 episodes, and you got about 2 hours of story and 20 hours of filler. So explain it to me.
Okay, so, well, see, as far as that goes, 2 hours of story, like, yeah, I think those of us who enjoy that as an escape,
Right.
yeah, it could be a movie. We kind of like that it's stretched out, and it can keep us company for a whole season or a whole year. Or apparently there's people that binge watch for whole weekends. I don't have time for that, but
Yeah,
it sounds a little bit fun to me.
I don't get it. I mean, because basically when you're binge watching, you're pretty much doing the same thing over and over and over again in a short period of time. So it'd be like eating, you know, the same sandwich or eating multiple sandwiches over hours because you just, and I guess people do that as well. But
They do.
yeah.
You don't, but
No.
but people do. No, but I was thinking about this, and actually with the episodic television, you see, it's all about equality and progress. Okay, so back in the day, only housewives, I guess, could watch soap operas. I mean, they were on during the day, right? They're called soap operas because there was all the ads for laundry detergent and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they could have those people keep them company every single day. If you were working or otherwise busy, like, you couldn't do that. Now we have DVRs, we have Shondaland. Everybody can partake in the soap opera.
Yeah,
and
I don't even know what
exist with those
Shondaland is.
characters.
I'm so tuned out to that stuff. I
I know.
refuse. There's like a part of me that purposely puts the blinders on.
I
so
know, and I know. I'm not arguing that it's like great art. I did not use the phrase "golden age" of television, but it's fun. I just have fun. It's escape. That's all.
You
Yeah.
see, because I escape into the movies, and I like a nice story and arc, and movies are getting more difficult for me too because it's like you hear me complain because we go and
I hear you complain.
maybe not a little bit, but you know, it's like movies now are getting like TV shows. It's 2.5 hours. I'm like, that movie could have been great if they would have cut like 45 minutes off of this time because it's just.
And see, that's really, when you think about it, the fact is that at the same time, our attention spans have gotten so
I was just
short.
going to make that point. So I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. Like they've already tuned out to this. They're not watching this show, but they'll go and watch 26 hours of the same thing happening over and over and over again.
Because they don't actually watch it. They're sitting there with their phone in their hand while they're watching it. They can half tune in. They can kind of half hear what's what's going on. And meanwhile, they're Snapchatting or texting or watching fake news, or I don't know. But there's other stuff going on.
Yeah, don't bring up fake news here. We're not going to do that here. I promised my audience, all 5 of them, that we're going to keep things light here and fluffy, and not get into nonsense. I'm in a different place in my life now. I don't waste a minute of energy on negative stuff. So we are all goofiness here, shits and giggles, as I like to say. So let's go to movies for a minute, because I need to touch on something. I need to make an amendment on something that I discussed a few weeks ago during the award season, because we actually finally got to go see Hostels.
We
this
did.
year. So Hostels, the new Christian Bale movie, was awesome. We've been waiting for weeks to go see it, but usually when we go to the movies, we have a short third wheel that comes with us. So we usually go in to see superhero movies or Paddington or Chipmunks or something like that. We very rarely get to go see movies. So I usually see them when they come out on DVD, or I get screeners through the business and that kind of stuff. So we finally got to see Hostels, and what I didn't know is that I went home and did some research, and maybe I forgot, but it was actually released limited at the end of last year.
So it was eligible for...
It was eligible for awards. It got completely ignored.
Yeah.
Which is insanity, because this movie was probably the best movie I've seen. I mean, I mentioned Dunkirk and Phantom Thread. I think Hostels was better. Christian Bale was phenomenal.
Christian Bale was great.
The supporting cast was great. Everybody was great. It was beautiful. It was a great story. Great story. And everything about it was superb.
And it's surprising because not only did it have, obviously it was set in the late 1800s, so it had the historical component to it, but history with sort of a popular message for today as well. Right. So I'm a little surprised that it got overlooked from that standpoint.
Got overlooked, and it's not making any money as usual. Like the best movies that came out this year make no money. They lose money. And those movies aren't going to get made anymore soon, because they're just not going to finance them, and it's a crime. Meanwhile, Get Out, which is a piece of crap, and got nominated out the Yin Yang. I got to listen to this nonsense. It's the Stepford Wives Part 3, and the first version was bad, the second version was worse, and this is just a new age version of it, and I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
But it's a good thing that you don't complain.
Yeah, I don't complain. I just, this is my show. I could do little things once in a while.
No, I mean, Get Out was okay.
I thought it was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't think it was terrible. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
But I certainly thought it was way hyped up beyond what it is.
Well, everything is overhyped. Like right now, like Black Panther, best opening ever, and it's such a lie. And I don't dislike Black Panther. I'm going to go see it probably next week when there's less people in the movie theater, because I don't like that either. But I'll
He's just kidding. He likes people.
Yeah. So Black Panther is not like having this historical opening, because if you look at the actual numbers with inflation and actual ticket sales, it's not even remotely close to the top 300 of all time. No movie in recent history is in the top 10. Only one movie in the top 10 in the last 20 years, Titanic. Every other movie in the top 10, if you counted inflation and tickets sold, is from the 30s, the 50s, the 60s. Gone with the Wind is still the highest grossing movie of all time, if you counted inflation based on ticket sales. And then you have movies like The Sound of Music and Dr. Zhivago and The Exorcist and Jaws, and real classic movies that are still there. So if you actually looked at things correctly, the classic movies still win the day. But that's what we're going to talk about. Everything is either the best of all time or the worst of all time today. Everything happening now is the most important things that ever happened in our lives.
I know. No, your rant about the effects of inflation on the box office, counting and data and everything actually is part of how I teach inflation. I use that example.
Yeah, she teaches economics, so she knows. Like I said, she's smarter than I am. So I sit around ranting about movies and TV. And she's actually doing something important in life. So so it's crazy. I don't get it. But I mean, in Black Panther, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Oh no, I'm sure
It should be fun.
it should be fun. It should be entertaining.
But it's not any kind of historical.
It's not world
thing.
changing.
No.
I don't think. I haven't seen it yet, so.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a formulaic Marvel movie, but you know, I don't mind that one so much because I grew up reading comics, so I'm kind of I'm a grown-up comic book geek, but so I like that stuff, and I like bringing the kids to that stuff and doing it, and yeah, so that's cool. So what else you got for us today? Anything?
You don't want to talk about fake news.
No.
I'm guessing you don't want to talk about the attacks on public education or.
Would you like to say something? Would you like to make a commentary?
No.
Because you can make a commentary if you want. I will.
I was only kidding. I was only kidding.
Yeah.
The failures of our democracy. No. That's it.
Yeah, I think everybody just needs to, be happy, enjoy each other's company.
Well, be kind to each other.
Be kind
That
to
is,
each
yeah,
other.
absolutely.
You know,
I agree.
and I think that will go a long way.
Mhm.
If we stop going into our corners and trying to
That's-
find reasons to pick on each other.
That's
fight with
the
each
problem. I mean, people can get along and talk to each other,
Yeah.
and occasionally even improve something.
Right.
But the polarization and the corners and the bubbles is not
Yeah.
good.
Just be a good person, enjoy your life, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and do something nice for somebody every once in a while, and help people when you can.
Yeah.
And if we all did that, the world would be a much better place.
Agreed.
So that's it. I got slightly serious for a minute, but not too serious. So that was good. I think that's my message for the day. Anything for you? Any social handles you want to promote or anything before we go?
Social handles.
Because we got to wrap it up soon. You got to get back to the house and make me dinner.
No, I'm sure you could. What? You're cooking tonight.
Yeah.
No.
No. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed the show. As always, click on this handsome guy right above her head. Subscribe. I need them. So come on board. Join the party every week. Thanks for coming. Once again, if you'd like to be a guest on the Out Yonder, email me at toywmm@gmail.com. That's the initials for the Out Yonder with Magic Mike at gmail.com. Also, send in questions for Ask Magic Mike. I have some, not enough. I want to do it soon. So let's go. Get on board. I'll talk to you soon. See you next week. Pow.